Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rutakul and I am 11 student at Rahman School Shamwat Shamwat. So as you know, we always come with Maya. So once again, I'm here with Maya. So let's start.
What up?
Hello, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. Just chilling. It's kind of quiet on this end, which is nice.
Hello, Maya. How are you?
Hi, how's it going?
How are you, Maya?
I'm doing well, thanks. Just hanging out here, ready for whatever conversation we end up having today.
Yeah,
What's
Maya.
on your mind?
Today our topic is helping someone who is hurt.
I didn't quite.
Today our topic is helping someone who is hurt. So my first question is from you that how can I comfort someone who is feeling emotionally hurt?
Good question. I think the first thing is just being there, truly listening without trying to fix anything. People often just be hurt, not solved. What comes to mind when you think about the best way to show someone you care when they're in pain?
Okay, that's a great. So my next question
Good.
from you that what are the best show empathy in a difficult situation?
Empathy can be tricky because it's more than just saying I'm sorry, though that definitely helps too. I think it's about really trying to understand what they're feeling, even if you don't agree with it. Like instead of saying you shouldn't feel that way, maybe more that sounds awful or why you'd feel that way. What works for you when you're trying to put yourself in someone else's shoes?
Okay, that's really good. So my next question is from you that how do one says they feel overwhelmed?
When someone says they're overwhelmed, I think the worst thing you can do is pile more on them. Even well-meaning advice can feel like more to handle when someone's already underwater. Sometimes just a simple that sounds really overwhelming or it's okay to feel this way can make a difference. Maybe ask what feels hardest about it right now, or even just sit quietly with them if they need space. What someone tells you they're overwhelmed.
Okay, so my next question is from you that what should I say to someone who is crying?
Honestly, sometimes saying nothing at all is the best approach. Just being present, maybe offering a tissue or a gentle appropriate. A lot of times when someone's crying, they're not looking for solutions. They just need someone to witness their pain. If you feel like you should say something, maybe just a soft, I'm here for you. What feels natural to you when you see someone upset?
Thank you so much, Maya, for your answer. Very good answer. Okay, Maya. So my next question is from you that how can I help someone who does not talk?
That's a tough one because you want to help, but you also don't want to push. I think the best thing is to just let them know you're there when they're ready without pressuring them to open up. Like, I can see you're going through something hard. I'm here if you want to talk, but no pressure at all. And maybe just sit with them or do a quiet activity together, being present in a non-intrusive way. Have you ever been in a situation where someone you cared about didn't want to talk?
Okay, so my next question is from you that what are supportive phrases I can use?
Oh man, there are a bunch. Instead of get over it or look on the bright side, try stuff like that sounds really hard or I'm so sorry you're going through this. Some other phrases that land well. I'm here for you. I can see why you'd feel that way. Your feelings make sense. You're not alone in this. Avoiding cliches and just acknowledging their pain directly seems best. Any particular situation you're thinking about where you want to find the right words?
Okay, so thank you so much, Maya, tell me more about it.
Oh, okay. Good morning to you too. Anything you want to talk about today?
Listen me. So my next question is from you that how do I avoid saying wrong?
Good question. I think a lot of it comes down to being more focused on listening than speaking. When trying to understand what someone's feeling instead of rushing to offer advice, it's much easier to avoid saying something that hurt or dismiss what they're going through. It's also helpful to resist the urge to compare their experience to your own. Everyone's pain is unique. Your biggest worry when it comes to saying the wrong thing.
Okay, so my next question is from you that what are signs someone needs emotional support?
That's a good one. Sometimes people don't come out and say they need help. You might notice changes in their behavior, withdrawing, being more irritable or quiet than usual, changes in sleep or eating habits, or just generally seeming down. They might express feelings of hopelessness or helplessness. It's like people who are hurting don't always ask for help directly, so you have to pay attention to those subtle cues. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's really good. So my next question is from you that how can I encourage someone to express their feelings?
Yeah. I think creating a safe space is the biggest thing. No judgment, no interrupting, just really showing you're willing to listen without fixing anything. Maybe ask open-ended questions, not yes, no, but things like, how are you feeling about that? Or what's been the hardest part? And just sit with whatever comes up. It takes courage to open up, so even if they only share a little bit, that's huge. What would make it easier for you to share something that's bothering you?
Okay, so my next question is from you that how do I validate emotional?
Validation isn't about agreeing with someone, it's about acknowledging that they're real and legitimate to them. So instead of saying you shouldn't feel that way, try something like that makes sense that you'd feel sad, or it's understandable they're angry in this situation. Recognizing their experience, even if you wouldn't feel the same way in their shoes. It's like saying, I hear you and your feelings matter. What does validation feel like to you when someone does it well?
Okay, so my next question is from you that I start a conversation with someone upset.
Start small and gentle. A simple, hey, I notice you seem a little down. Everything okay? I can tell something's bothering you. Do you want to talk about it? And be prepared for them to say no. Don't push if they're not ready. Sometimes just letting them know you're there is enough. Also, timing matters. Don't corner them when they're clearly busy or stressed about something else. When have you found it easiest to talk to someone when you're upset? I think that covers most of the really important stuff. What did you think of those things? Anything that really clicked with you or felt different from what you normally do?
Okay, so question is from you that what questions should I ask to understand them?
You mean pain? You could ask, can you tell me more about what that feels like, or what's been the hardest part of all this, or even just how are you really doing? Open-ended questions that invite them to share without leading them anywhere specific. Avoid questions that could minimize their feelings, like instead of, are you okay? Maybe, how are you? What do you think? Which of those feels like it would get you the most honest response?
Okay, so my next question is from you that how can I listen actively?
Active listening is a skill, honestly. It's not just about being quiet while they talk. It's about showing you're engaged, nodding, making eye contact, paraphrasing what they said to make sure you understand it right, asking clarifying questions, and putting away distractions, phone, thoughts about what you're going to say next, all of it. The idea is you're fully present with them. What gets in the way for you when you're trying to really listen to someone?
Okay, that's a really good. So my next question, listen. So my next question is from you that how do I show that I care without being intrusive?
It's a delicate balance, isn't it? I think small gestures can go a long way, bringing them a cup of tea, sending a text to check in, remembering something important to them. Sometimes just being presentable without doing anything at all can be the most helpful. It's about showing you care in ways that respect their boundaries. Do you have a friend who's really good at this balance?
Okay, so my next question is from you that
Hey there.
listening. So my next question is from you that what tone should I use while talking to someone? Have
Sorry, could you clarify what you mean by term should I use while talking to someone had? I didn't quite catch that. Did you maybe get cut off there?
okay, I can repeat it. My question is, what tone should I use while talking to someone? Have
Ah, got it. With someone who's hurt, a gentle, warm tone is usually best. Empathetic, not too enthusiastic or energetic. You want to sound genuinely caring without being overly cheerful or minimizing their pain. A calm, steady voice lets them know you're there for them without trying to fix everything right away. Does that make sense? It's like matching their energy to some extent, but still being supportive.
okay, so my next question is from you that how can I stay calm during emotional conversations?
This is a tough one. Emotional conversations can be draining. When I notice myself getting overwhelmed, I think about what other people have told me works. Deep breaths, reminding myself that I can't fix everything for them, or even stepping back for a minute if needed. If things get too intense, I'll check in by asking how they're feeling, what's working for them, trying to stay present without getting swept away. What helps you stay centered when things get a little heavy? Amen.
Okay, so my
It's good
next
to find ways to stay
so
centered.
my next from you that what are all questions I can ask?
Sure. Some good open-ended options are, what's that been like for you? Can you tell me more about what you're feeling? What's the hardest part of this for you? How can I best support you right now? They're all about inviting them to share without leading them towards a specific answer. What kind of situations are you thinking about using these in?
Okay, so my next question is from you that
That was
listening. So my next question is from you that how do I respect their boundaries?
it's a great question. Boundaries are so important. It's about honoring what the person is comfortable with. If they don't want to talk about something, you respect that. If they need space, you give it to them. Pay attention to their cues, verbal and nonverbal. If they're getting uncomfortable, back off. It's about letting them lead the pace and decide what they're willing to share. Does that make sense? Ah, you asked. I know, you know. What's on your mind? Oh, it's a great deal. What's the
Okay,
deal?
yes.
Anything you want to share?
Yeah. So my next question is from you guys.
No worries.
Please be quiet and listen carefully. My next question is from you that when should I give advice and when should I just listen?
That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? A good rule of thumb is most of this listen. People usually want to be heard more than they need solutions, unless they specifically ask for advice. Just validate their feelings. When you do give advice, make sure you have their permission first, or if you have their consent, keep it brief and don't overload them with options. When do you usually want someone to listen versus give advice?
From that, how can I check in
Pretty much
with them?
checking in can be a simple text or a quick call. Nothing too big, just let them know you're still thinking of them and don't push. I'm not sure you caught that clearly. Who are you asking about being in the house? It sounds like you're having a good day, which is great. Anything you want to chat about? I'm not quite following. Could you say that again? It seemed like there were
Okay,
a few bit
okay,
miss.
listen to me. Question is from you. I have someone feel safe.
Creating safety means showing that you're reliable, consistent, and non-judgmental. It's about validating their feelings, respecting their boundaries, and being present for them. Keeping confidences is huge too. That's how trust builds up. What's the most important piece for you in creating that feeling of safety for someone? Sure, I can repeat it. How can you help someone feel safe? I was saying it's reliable, consistent, and non-judgmental. You'll be there for them consistently, validating their feelings and keeping things confidential.
Okay.
What's most important to you when building that sense of safety with someone? Sounds like you're taking it all in. Want to move on to the next question?
Okay, so my next question is from you that what actions show emotional support?
Beyond what we've already talked about, physical touch can be really comforting if it feels appropriate and they're comfortable with it. Also, just being present, really being there without being distracted or trying to fix things. Sometimes doing small acts of service can help, bringing a meal, running an errand, anything that makes their life a little easier. What actions do you find particularly meaningful when someone shows support?
Okay, so my next question is from you that
Okay,
listen. So my next question is from you that how do I encourage positive thinking gently?
instead of telling someone to think positive, which can feel dismissive, You could share something you appreciate about them or remind them of their strengths. Reflecting back on times they've overcome challenges can help to subtly remind them of their own resilience. It's a delicate balance between acknowledging their pain and nudging them toward hope. How do you feel when people try to cheer you up versus just validating how you're feeling? Okay, that's good to hear. So, you might be getting ready to wrap up. Anything else you wanted to talk about, or should we call it good?
So my next question is from you that how can I help someone's stress?
There are lots of ways. Maybe suggest deep breathing exercises or going for a walk. Sometimes out of their headspace and into their body can help. If they're overloaded, offering to help with small tasks or errands might lift some pressure. Mostly, though, offering a listening ear without judgment can make a difference. What's the most helpful thing someone's ever done to help you when you were stressed?
Okay, so my next question is from you that what are small gestures that help?
I think you meant what are small gestures that help? Am I right? Simple things like sending a funny text, leaving a little note, bringing them their favorite snack. Those small acts of kindness that show you're thinking of them can mean the world when someone's going through a hard time. What's the thing someone's done that's really stuck with you?
Okay, Maya, our interview time is up. Can you give us some advice for our audience?
Absolutely. For anyone who's trying to be a better support system for people in their lives, be present, truly listen, and remember that sometimes the most helpful thing you can do is just show up with a kind heart.
Okay, thank you so much, Maya. Nice to meet you. Allah Hafiz.
You're very welcome, Taj. Nice talking with you too. Allah Hafiz.
Okay, viewers, so this was our Maya for today. I hope you really like it. We will meet again in another one. Until then, Allah Hafiz, Pakistan Zindabad.